Okay, everybody, welcome to the weekly tactics webinar here at Inside Real Estate, where we talk about traffic generation and conversion techniques. And what I figured we'd do today as sort of a wrap up of the current series. So the current series ran about 6 months. This is episode 25 or so. And where we started about 6 months ago, I was just looking at the videos this morning, was this simple game plan for leveraging conversion in KV Core way back in March. It actually was. And what we talked about there was kind of what I want to do today with a little bit of a twist. And that is sort of a game plan for using conversion in KV Core as the focus of a mostly free and affordable Facebook Sphere of Influence action plan, where you post links to your personal Facebook account, maybe your business page, but just do it with a level of consistency that will almost certainly generate you business over the course of the coming months and years. So we'll dive into that in a second. I just want to make sure you guys can all hear me. Can somebody just say yeah in the chat box? You can hear me, you can see my screen, and everything's looking good.
Looking 5x5, sir.
Okay, thank you. And then as always, if you look at the doc, which I'm going to drop to you right now, you can find the replays of all of these webinars right under the title. So I'll drop the doc to you guys right here. Send to all right here. And yeah, I thought this would be a cool way to wrap this up. The current series will be in touch, Annalisa, right, with the future plans for this kind of content. But this sort of protocol, to me, is sort of the fundamental basics that anybody on your team or your office can execute, and everybody should be executing. And every time I find myself in person with a broker or in an office, it happens from time to time, this is what I always say to do first as sort of the basic. Now today, I've added in a little bit of a twist with some remarketing because I think it's that important, but please tune in. I'm gonna get started right now. So what's the theory? Well, the theory is that a tiny bit of remarketing, meaning following people who visit your Conversion Plus or course sites around with ads after they visit your site, plus consistently posting links to various things on your site to your personal Facebook can go a long way. And I hear a lot of people saying, well, am I supposed to be posting business on my Facebook all day? And my theory has always been, no, not all day long, but as a personal practice, I find no problem with posting one, maybe two things a day. And even though my wife and some friends may get on me every now and then and say, hey, you only post work stuff, I don't care because the results are there. All right, it just works. You're gonna want to mix it in with all the personal stuff, but it does not hurt to be posting real estate stuff to your fan page to let people know that you're in the business. So one of the first bullet points I have is remind the people who already know you that you're in the business. And this is fresh for me. Over the weekend, I haven't been very active selling, but over the weekend, I saw a property around the corner from my house. I posted it to the Facebook group. Some of you guys might have seen. I posted the post that I put on my Facebook profile, and I had a few friends mention it to me. And then yesterday, I had another friend mention it. So just in a couple of days, I had 3 people mention that they saw that post and they asked me about that house. And one of them said, hey, I didn't even know you were selling real estate, right? So that's sort of the theory in action. And I'm sure a few of you guys have experienced that too. Like if you post, out of the blue, you post some real estate stuff, you get a few people saying, I didn't even know you had a license. Well, think about that effect and how much money you're leaving on the table by not consistently doing that. The other thing with posting to your Facebook profile is, Facebook naturally, the way they've built their business is through virality, through the inbound feature that will allow you to hack into the sphere of your spheres. And I just have here via tagging and sharing. Those are probably 2 of the biggest ways where somebody will tag a friend if you post a house or a list of properties who might not already be friends with you. Or they'll just share the post outright. And this is a nice way to sort of generate extra traffic and leads for free using a tool we're all using every day anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of run through the plan as I see it. And this is going to be an evolution of what we did 6 months ago. I'm going to actually start the plan with getting some fundamental things right for retargeting and remarketing, because I think that this part is that important, almost to the point where you shouldn't even bother starting with the rest of this plan unless you have this set up. It's just such an easy thing to do. Might require a little technical mumbo jumbo, but it only takes about 10, 15, 20 minutes to do. And then you're going to get just much more powerful results. So you ready to go, Annalisa? All right.
Let's rock and roll, sir.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do, this is probably the 5th or 6th time we've done this on these sessions, is I want to make sure that everybody who's watching these webinars at least has your Facebook Pixel installed on your KV Core or Conversion Plus websites. So if this is review for some of you guys, go ahead and mess around on Facebook for 5 minutes. But it is my goal to make sure everybody knows how to do this. So what you're going to do is go into the Facebook Ads dashboard. I'm going to assume you have a Facebook Ads account. It's business.facebook.com. You're going to go to All Tools, and you're going to go to Pixels right here in the middle. And you're going to want to grab your Facebook Pixel and get it installed on your Core or Conversion Plus site. So I'll show you where to get the Pixel here. It usually takes a minute to load. Hopefully it doesn't bog down the webinar software too bad. Right up here on the right, I'll go Details. And it's this setup, and they're always moving things around. I'm always disoriented, but I believe it's something like this that says setup, and then manually install the code yourself, and then grab this little piece in the middle and copy it. When you click it, it actually says copy the clipboard. So we're good there. Then I'll just show you very quickly how to do this in both platforms. For Conversion Plus, it's really easy. You're just going to basically send an email. You can go down to the bottom right here, click chat with an expert and say, hey guys, install my Facebook Pixel for me, and the support team will get that done for you right away. There's also, I think, a button you can click. I'm forgetting where it is.
If you
that
click
will
on website, I believe it is.
Right. Add custom scripts right here under website.
Yep,
Thank you, Annalisa. Yep.
Sure.
That'll open up your email, and you just say, hey guys, install my script. It'll just open up a Gmail and send it to support. Okay, easy peasy. On KV Core, pretty simple as well. You're going to go into the web and IDX. All you're going to do here is you're going to self-serve this process by just going into the settings of your website. So I'm going to go to Edit Settings. And I'm going to scroll down to where it says Custom Header right here. And I'm going to make sure I have that installed here. And you know what? I think I want to install this one, so I will. I have a couple different ad accounts I use. Let's have them both installed. So that's easy. So get your Pixel installed. And what this allows Facebook to do, it lets them start tracking the people who visited your site and different pages that have been visited on your site. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a simple audience for retargeting. We did a whole session in this series about retargeting with all the different options. We had my buddy Shane on and really got granular. But to get, 80% of the results can come from 20% of the effort, like everything. And if you just do this and create this one audience very quickly, that'll be enough for our strategy today. So I'm going to go back to All Tools. Going to go to Audiences. And basically by creating an audience, this is an audience that you can later target with your ads. So I'm going to click Create Audience, Custom Audience, there it goes. And the one I want is website traffic. And you'll see it kind of defaults to all website visitors. If you're only using this pixel for your conversion or KV Core site, then you don't really need to overthink it. If you're using your Facebook ad account for multiple ventures, then you may want to just say people who visited a specific website, like in my case, and I want to make sure that it says ryanhartman.exp realty, like a portion of my domain. But for most of us, we'll probably be fine just saying all website visitors. And then I like to stretch this out. I think the max you can put is 180 days. We're not going to get too fancy. Just use the max 180 days. And this will build us an audience of everybody who's visited our website. So all visitors. And then you just click Create Audience. Now I'm going to do RH demo, all visitors, EXP. Don't do what I'm doing. I just don't want to mess up this ad account. And I'm just going to, but in order to continue today, I'm going to make sure I don't break anything. And then we'll create the audience. Okay. So that's that. That took, I did it while talking, but you could probably get that whole thing done. You might have to rewind this recording once or twice, but you can get that all done and have support install your pixel if you're on Conversion Plus, in the next hour or two. And it's very, very important. Now, here's the hardest thing in all of this for most of us. By far the hardest thing. We did a whole webinar on video, different types of videos to take, but I really firmly believe that this is going to make you a ton of money. If you're following a plan like this, just in general, and that is to just record a simple thank you video so people can see your name and face, see your face and connect it with your name. So this morning I did this again. I just got my screencast-o-matic.com screencasting software out, put the camera on myself sitting in the office there. Who cares? I had the hat on backwards, not showered as usual, and just recorded this. I'm going to play it, okay, Annalisa? Just so everybody can see it for an example.
It's all good. And the cool thing is when he's showing it via this third party through GoToWebinar, it's running seamlessly. When an actual person sees it on the ad, it's just going to be a little stagnant for our purposes today.
Yeah, oh, the audio, you mean?
Well, the video, when you're doing the example, the video kind of goes meh, 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 like you're like popping, locking. Oh, yeah. Like it stops and starts. So sure. Just saying, yeah. It'll run smoothly first person.
Yeah, so that's all I did. It's just a quick, hey, thank you for visiting my site. It's about 40 seconds long. I added a couple of pop-ups using Screencast-O-Matic. If you look at the video conversion episode, I kind of dove into how to do this really simple hacky editing. But all this is just so the people in my sphere of influence who are then clicking on and through, my friends, my family, people who know my friends and family, when they click through to my conversion site, they then see this video and they see my face. It reinforces the idea that I'm in real estate, so they can send me referrals or work with me directly. So I won't play the whole thing. There's a link in the doc. It's very easy stuff, and it won't take you long to do. Even if you have to do 5 cuts till you feel comfortable enough, I really think this is worthwhile. So get that video done. Upload it to your fan page. So all you do is you go to your fan page. Yeah, I'll just show you exactly where to do that. So there's nothing left to chance. So you just go, you don't have to upload it as a post in your stream, even though I think it might show it. And you just go to this videos tab on the left side of your fan page and just upload it. Boink. Now, a few people might see this like organically on Facebook. I thought about that this morning. I was like, I don't care. A few of my friends might see that I recorded that video. I'll probably assume they're on my website anyway, and it'll still make sense. So it'll just be add video. It'll be there and ready to use in ads. Okay, so that's done. Next, we're gonna run the video ad. And I'm gonna keep this very simple and do it as a messenger ad. Becoming a huge fan of this. Thanks in part to Nick Jensen, who's constantly talking about integrating Messenger into the PPC flows, and really liking the results here. So let's run the ad. Choose this account. Taking a second to load. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Click the wrong bookmark. Here we go. Okay, we're going to create. So you're going to go into your dashboard, click create. Start over. And what I was talking about is this messages objective here. You can either do it through the traffic, but if you click this messages for the retargeting ad, I'm kind of liking this right now. Now you can use any of the options Facebook gives you if you're very comfortable with Facebook ads. You don't have to be locked into this. But what I've been doing is this as a retargeting ad and allowing people to just message me directly. I actually tell them to click and message me in the ad. So RH retarget EXP site. Just call it whatever you want. Click continue. Edit placements. Sorry. It skips to the bottom, and then the message destination up here, it says click to messenger. That's good. You can leave that the same. And here's where you're going to go and target that audience. So my audience was called RH Demo All Visitors EXP right here. And even though there's nobody on this list yet, you know, say nobody's visited my site yet since I created the audience, it's okay. They're going to dynamically be added to this audience. And then over time, they'll start to see this ad. So that's that. I'm only going to show it to those people. I'll leave it to home buying age, just in case some of my friends' kids or somebody click on it and I know they won't be able to buy a house. I'll keep it 24 and over. I can edit the placements. I've been excluding out the audience network. And in fact, audience network does not work with messenger ads. So that's good and done for me. And then finally, my daily budget, you can get very far with $1 to $3 a day. I forget if they'll allow $1 a day, but for $7 a week, I'm only going to need to show this video to a handful of people in the beginning. And then as your database grows, you know, it'll just make sense to up the budget. But you can start for as little as $1 a day. Click continue. And for $1, I can probably have 20, 30, 40, maybe even people see this video. It's really cool. I'm going to pick my fan page that I want to advertise to, that I want to link the ad to. And this will actually, sorry, I'm saying this will actually be the fan page that you uploaded your video to. I want to make sure I'm picking the right one. Okay. And then single video. I'm going to browse my library. And it's the first one here, 47 seconds. And you'll select it. Now you can actually upload the video directly right there if you want. You know, so that step I took where I uploaded to my fan page, if you want on the fly, you can upload it to your ad. You can skip that step. But either way, you're going to get the video here uploaded. And then for my text, I'll just do, thanks for visiting my site recently. If you want to talk at all about buying, selling real estate in St. Pete, feel free to click send message or text me at 7751-2842. So I'm giving them two options. They can text me or they can click the little send message icon right below the video on the right side. Chat with Ryan now. I'll make that my headline. And that's it. We don't have to get too fancy. Now, yes, this took an extra, like I said, it took an extra 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour to record the video and get it all set up. But this is really powerful stuff. You know, I'm going to be having leads flow through my conversion, my KV core sites, and they're going to be getting emails from me with my name. And now they're going to also be seeing videos of me so they really know who I am and can start to know, like, and trust, so to speak, right there. And of course, this ad can also generate me either text messages or direct send message through Messenger conversations. So click confirm. And that is that. So we said here a simple and affordable. You know, it's not quite free, but I'll tell you, for the cost of getting hundreds of people every week looking at my, you know, people I've already paid to generate and put effort into generating impressions on my website, to get them looking and seeing a video from me and hearing my voice, seeing my face, it's very affordable and, you know, I think a no-brainer considering what it costs to get that done on Facebook. So that's it. So we've got our retargeting video ad set up. We are prepared to go. We know that if we start driving traffic to our site using the methods I'm about to share, then we have some insurance and follow-up built in addition to what Core and Conversion Plus do. Now, the next part of this plan is actually extremely simple, and I wish it was more complicated, but it really is easy. You're going to post some kind of real estate link to your personal profile daily. Now, not all of us will get this done every day, but try to get it done 3, 4, 5 times a week, and you're going to really like the results, and the results are going to come from consistency. This is also something you can have an assistant do. You know, maybe give them your Facebook login, they can sit at your office and just do this once a day. This is also something I'll mention now, that if you can get your whole office doing this, you're really gonna, if you're a team leader or you own a brokerage or manage a brokerage, imagine the effect of having 10, 20, 100 agents doing this on a regular basis in terms of raw traffic back to your site, and then people seeing these videos from all the agents at your company. So I'm gonna show you now how to get this done. There's 2 types of things we're gonna post daily. One is gonna be niche property searches that I talk about a lot, and property of the day. I forgot one else. Okay, so 2 types. The first type, niche property search, that is basically a squeeze link, as we call it here in Conversion and KV Core. So if you go into lead generation, Conversion Plus, and you do build squeeze page, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to create interesting lists of specific property searches for people to click on. So my source will be FB. A lot of times I'll put personal profile, so I know the difference between that and a Facebook ad. And then you can hashtag it however you want. It can be personal FB, or it can be the name of the address. Not that important. Now let's county. If you do not have a listing, should you do this? Good question, Becky. For the niche property searches, you're basically going to fall under the guidelines of your website. You're going to be posting links to your website with lists of properties. For individual properties, I would first go after stuff that's at your office. And then after that, maybe use your discretion, talk to your broker, you know, use properties that with agents you know from other offices who don't mind you sharing. But yeah, that is something to consider. Again, the IDX agreements in general, you know, you're covered by what's on your website, but don't take my advice as the end all be all. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So here we go. For some reason, whenever I'm on GoToWebinar, this part lags on me. So I'll just pick a zip code. Let's see if that works. And then I have a list in the doc of all different types of properties, but you can see here, they basically pop up and it makes it easy. So let's do golf course. So I'll do golf course, buyer link in the 33711. Sorry guys, I'm wrestling with this. I need this drop down to happen in order to create this link. Okay, it worked. And then I get my link right here to use. I head on over to Facebook. I think we all know how to post something to Facebook. Steve, yes, this applies 100% to KV Core. It's just slightly different where you're going to make the squeeze link, and I'll show you where that is. And you can make the squeeze links from the front of your site if you want to just run the search on your site and share the link. Just doing it from the back-end dashboard lets you add a little bit more of this tracking. So right here, I get my link. Okay, it has the list of properties, and then you know, golf homes and 33711. And I'm actually glad this happened. A lot of times a preview of the property will show right here, but a lot of times for whatever reason, Facebook's social graph can be tough picking up images. And I actually think it's a good thing to not use the preview that's auto-generated. I mean, you can, and I don't want you to not use it just because, but you may actually find that you get better reach through Facebook's EdgeRank if you upload an actual image related to the properties. So let's go here. Oh, I see why I didn't pick one. So I'm posting golf homes. So maybe I'll take an extra second. Course home. I'll search Google Images. If I can use the tools, I can do usage rights labeled for reuse. There we go. And I'll pick a home that looks like it could be where I live. I don't want to belabor this. But the point is, if you use your own image versus the one that auto-populates, you may find that it reaches further on Facebook just because of the way Facebook handles links. I don't have much data to support that hardcore, but I just kind of know it's a thing that goes on. So I'll just grab this picture and take the extra minute. It's a little bit of work, but take the extra 10 seconds to find an image and upload it. Right? I could also do property search of the day. St. Pete property search of the day, and say the same headline every day. And then share. Now what's going to happen is when I share this, my friends, the people in my sphere will click through to my site, and then the hashtagging and the other source options will all track, and I'll know that it came from this, and also they'll be added to that retargeting list. Okay, so this was a bad example. I'm actually on KV Core now, and I was using my Conversion Plus demo. The next one I do, I'll do one more of these just to show you how it works on Core. But that's kind of what it looks like. And with consistency, doing this once a day, over time, I will get clicks, not only direct leads through my website, but I'll also get people remembering that I'm in the business. So let me go ahead. There. The source can be whatever you want. There's a question about the source. You pick whatever you want. All right. So back here, we had a bunch of other examples you guys can use. Let's just do a quick one. I'm going to do motivated sellers. And this time, I'm not actually sure I'll be able to do that, but I'll go into KV Core. I'll go into Lead Engine. This is how to do it in KV Core. I'll go to IDX Squeeze page. That motivated sellers one, the way that I get that list is by typing motivated as a keyword. And can't remember if I'm going to be able to do that actually from the back end here. If you want to get real granular like that, you can always do it from the front end of your site for those of you who are more advanced, or just stick with the squeeze builder in the back end here. So, and what it offers you. So I'll do that zip code again. There we go, popped up quick for me this time. Listing type, let's do income this time. And let's do income properties under 100 and under 200,000. So you can have fun with this. Every day, you don't know what you're gonna do, but you just come in and you start building one of these links and you have your property search of the day. That's good, that's good. My source will be Facebook personal. Again, that's all up to you. And my Facebook cover photo. So in Core, you can actually pick the photo that gets posted with it, which is interesting. So I'll use listings from the search results and then generate my link. I get a short link I could use. Choose that one. And then let's go here back to Facebook again. Property search of the day. Income properties in 33711 priced under 200K. And I just realized I picked one narrow zip code. There's probably no income properties priced under 200K in this one specific zip code. So, but I think you guys get the point. You can do this all day long by running different search sets. Takes 5 minutes. You can probably do it once a week, as I know you do, Annalisa, and just schedule your posts. And I never do that, but I know there's a place to do it.
You can schedule posts within groups only.
Oh, okay.
Not so on personal pages.
Okay, good to know.
No, I mean, you could probably connect like Buffer or Hootsuite to schedule it out if you wanted to on your personal page.
Yep.
But otherwise, you'd have to use,
So guys, if you want, you could just do like a month ahead of time and use Buffer or Hootsuite or just have your admin do this every day. The other cool thing I find about this is by doing it yourself, it kind of puts you in touch with different segments of the market and it just forces your brain to focus in on niche ideas. And you start to discover opportunities where your competition might not be going. Like this example, like low-end multis, that's a good niche for first-time home buyers who, want to buy a property and have another one, and rent out the other unit to help pay for the mortgage. So, these aren't things we're thinking about every day, but by just thinking of these niches, we may come up on lead generation angles that serve us for years to come. Okay, so that's that. Niche focused searches. I gave you a bunch here. You'll find 5 times as many as I did once you start thinking about this. Fixer upper, new construction land, price ranges in school districts. That's a really good one, right? You do the high or the low end in a school district, the most expensive listings in a zip code or a city, the lowest price listings, properties with seller financing, 55 plus, starter homes. There's just tons to go by. And the people following you on Facebook are going to find this to be interesting. They're like, oh, cool, he just posted his weird link of the day, and you'll start to get feedback from people telling you they enjoy that daily post that you're doing. So that's that. The next one is pretty self-explanatory. The property of the day, pretty much the same thing, except you're going to do a single property. So I can go here in KV Core, go to our listings. Oh, I'm in Conversion Plus. Okay, so this is my demo site, no listings popped up, but in Conversion Plus, you grab up property listings. You can actually, I think, Annalisa, you can just directly post those to Facebook, right? From the tool.
You can, however, a lot of the time, I mean, you can open up the property, do the what would you like to do, and then post to a social media of choice. But I also recommend grabbing that MLS number and doing a single property squeeze, because then you can build in your source code and your hashtag.
Right, so that single property squeeze and Conversion Plus is right here under the build squeeze section, and it's just one down here. You also have the option to delay registration.
Right, which is great for that single property.
Yep, and then in KV Core, it's similar. We'll just go, again, you can go to any listing, and I assume we can go to more actions. I've actually never done this in Core because I'm recently
so migrated. Click on the address.
Yep.
And it's very similar. If you were a K Plus user previously, it's very similar, just a little bit of a different outlook, or not outlook, but format.
Yep.
If you go to more actions on the upper right.
Yeah, there it is. And then I click post to Facebook. So you either do a property search of the day or a property of the day. And again, I've heard feedback. It doesn't always pick up the image of the property, but I think it's a positive thing. I really do. You have some opportunity here to get a little creative if you have time. You can either grab like a picture of the bedroom. You could grab a picture of a question mark and say click for pics inside to generate the link. The other day, what I posted to my personal profile, let me see if I can find it.
And I think one thing to pass on when you were on that page is when you use the post directly via K Plus KV Core, it's going to open up that pop-up window. And then to add a photo, you'll actually want to grab the actual link to your subdomain on KV Core or K Plus, then build it and add the photo. It'll be a little easier that way.
Okay. And then what I did here, I had one of my friends, what they kind of remarked was like, hey, I thought it was cool how you had those fast slideshows. And I actually took a video here using Screencast-O-Matic of the scrolling pictures on my site. Again, it's a little more effort, but the video itself gets a little more engagement on Facebook. So if you want to do that, you just kind of fire up your screencasting software, scroll the pictures through. I gotta find an example listing. I assume everybody knows what I'm talking about, but let me just shout what I mean. And then in that case, I just sped them up really quick in my screencasting software. So here's a property. And then my screencasting software, this might bog down GoToWebinar, so just forgive me, but I just want to show you. I have my Screencast-O-Matic, which we did a session about. There it is, hit record. This goes much quicker when I'm not on a webinar. I just draw my window here, hit record, and just scroll through. And then I can kind of export this and upload it as a video. Again, it's a little extra effort, but these little things can lead to more reach in Facebook, because we know that Facebook sort of favors an original video versus just posting a link to something. So just an idea, not a must.
Yeah. And it could be like a 5-minute effort to like a $200,000 closing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So this, like, this got 498 views so far. I guarantee you, just posting like a picture that was attached to the link automatically would have gotten nowhere near that reach. You know, and it probably generated a few leads. I saw a few leads come in. I don't know, but people click, they see the extra pictures, and it just, the video itself induces a little more curiosity. If you have time to put your face in the video and talk about the property, that's going to be even better. Like, hey, I just showed this property. Here's my property of the day. Just walk through the pictures. It was cool. I think it would be awesome for somebody, you know, who wants to live close to XYZ. Editorialize. That's going to even get you further if you have time to do that. So that's that property today. So for that, you're going to want to do your new listings, open houses. Definitely, maybe every Friday you do an open house, especially if you're sitting one and you want more traffic. New listings at your company, and then other agent new listings. You know, maybe get permission there. And I rarely run into a listing agent who says no. If I'm like, hey, I just showed the listing, you mind if I post it to my personal Facebook and tell some people about it? They're going to say, sure. You know, why are you asking? Go ahead. So that's it. I wish it was more complicated, but that's a daily activity, a niche property search, a property of the day, and then you have your retargeting on all those people clicking through the ad. You have your retargeting sort of doing the heavy lifting for you, making sure people know who you are, and furthering the relationship. Couple of additional tips. You can add some additional ads into that remarketing campaign. So maybe once or twice a month you go in and you beef that up. Maybe do another video about, you know, something in your contract. Everything we talked about in the video episode in this series, you know, you can pepper stuff in. And then to generate, just add your reach while you're doing this extra post, maybe you go and comment on somebody else's post and just add friends on a day-by-day basis, which is what you're probably doing anyway, naturally. But, you know, make sure anybody who comments on your post you're not already friends with, if you see somebody liked it, go ahead and reach out and thank them for liking the property. Basic social media stuff that most of us do anyway. So that's it. Very affordable approach. Again, you can retarget for as little as $1 a day. Helps you stay top of mind. Will definitely generate you referrals because people talk to each other. You know, my friend Ryan, he's a real estate agent. He's always posting cool stuff. Make sure you friend him up. He's got his property of the day. Those kind of conversations are going to happen for you, or you're going to get referrals directly sent to you versus not doing this at all and people just forget you're in the business. And I would say this is pretty easy. You can probably do it in 10 minutes or so a day. So that's that. Any questions, anybody? Anything else I kind of went too fast on or want me to review?
I haven't seen any questions. One thing I want to say is I know you listed out a really great list of ideas there just above. I think it's a page above there. Mm-hmm. And if it looks kind of daunting to people to be like, oh my gosh, I want to tackle all of these, maybe sit down with a calendar and figure out what you want to work on first, what do you want to work on next, and when are you going to work it into your daily business. So don't feel like you have to bite off the whole chunk. Just take it in little nibbles and work it into your daily use of the system. Do you think that's pretty good sound advice, Ryan? I would think.
Oh yeah, yep. And you could stick with just a few of these and say, hey, Mondays I'm going to do this, Tuesdays this, you know, and just keep repeating.
Right.
It. Yeah.
And don't be hard on yourself if you didn't get to it one day. You know, it's going to happen. So just stay consistent, get back on it, and continue on when you're able. Right.
Yeah. So Monique says it went so fast. I apologize. So basically, I'm going to drop the link to everybody again to the replays. This is a playlist that you can find on YouTube with all of these. I'll get this posted by later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. So you have the replay link, and that link is also in the actual document right under the title.
Yep, and then we'll have those links in the discussion groups as well, which is awesome.
Yep. Dwight's asking, do you download Screencast-O-Matic or just record through their site? I like to download it because it gives me some extra editing options, but you're totally cool just recording through their site as well. Great question from Glenda. Thank you for this question. She's asking, how do you find the longest days on market? So what I do, it's a good one. I actually just sort from recently listed.
Yep.
So if I search everything here. So right here where it says sort and days on website. Actually, you can do it that way. I thought we used to, So now I'm thinking about it. So days on website, is this the shortest? This changed a little bit on me. But you could go down and go to the end, right? Say, I'll go all the way to the end. And these will be the oldest. And then you just grab that link from the top. It's right there. Daniel just said we'll be posting this replay to the group, and then it's conversion.info/replays. It's just like a forward over to the YouTube playlist. Replays. Thanks, and Annalise answered. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for being on. Stay posted to the group. We'll be updating you on where this content will be moving forward. But I've had a blast with you all over the last 6 months, and we'll be back in some format soon. And of course, the replays are all there for you to consume. There's a fire hose of info, I think, right there. All right, thanks, Annalisa.
Thanks, Ryan. I hope everyone has a great day.
Yep, see you guys later. Bye-bye.